One. Hello, race fans, and welcome to another Race Face Drive-In 5 Update podcast here on raceface.tv. Jacob Seelman joined by Case Hockman, who is back on the left side of the screen with us. And Case, I know you've been a little bit limited on your on-track time here for the last little bit, but I know you've stayed busy a lot on the simulator. I want to talk about, though, your first opportunity. This happened in June. You got your first opportunity to test a legend car down at Auburndale Speedway, your first time on pavement in a bit since your Bandolero time. What was that experience like as we bring you back to the show? And how did the running the legend car for the first time feel different than what you had been used to previously in the Bandolero?
It was way different, definitely speed wise too. But now you have to use the brake more and get on the gas harder. Well, I won't say harder, I would say like easier and just way more faster.
I was going to say, I imagine just the difference in power from the Bandolero to, do you feel the speed difference and kind of how much faster you're going in the legend car? Do you feel like things are happening faster because of that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because as soon as you get on the gas pedal, your whole body will just shoot back. But I've got kind of gotten used to that lately.
I was going to say that's your first opportunity came at Auburndale. You actually have a second test in the legend car coming up here in a couple of weeks in mid-August, which will be your first time back in a race car since that first test. Have you kind of been going through your mind already with things that you remember from the first test that you're wanting to bring back to this second test coming up?
Little bit, yep. I still trying to get to the bottom, find the grass at the bottom. So that's gonna be good. And I also been thinking about the group practice on Friday because that's gonna be the most best practice for me.
I was that this will be I think that'll be your first time in the seat with other cars on the racetrack, right? In the legend car at least.
Uh, Charlotte, I was on the track, but
That's
I
right. That's right. You had the shootout run. That's right. You had the short shoot. So this will be your first time though at Auburndale in a multi-car situation.
yes, sir.
What are you hoping to accomplish out of this second Auburndale session? Because obviously, like you had the two races at Charlotte, which is a very it's a very different type of racing than what it is at Auburndale. Much more of a paperclip rather than the banking and the speed that you get at Auburndale. What are you hoping to be able to accomplish and learn coming back to Auburndale in the Legend car?
Picking up a second or some tenths to get quicker, and just trying to get figured out passing cars with the legend car.
Obviously that's going to be important, going to be a different experience than what you saw and experienced during your couple of shootout races at Charlotte, where there was a lot of contact and it was just all about survival in those races for sure. And then the day after your second legend car test here, which I believe is Saturday the 16th, you're back at Millbridge for the first time in a bit. Finally, get to get back in the seat of the restricted micro sprint with AB Enterprises. How antsy have you been to get back in the micro for the first time in a bit? Obviously, the last time you were in it at Port City didn't end how you wanted to, so I imagine you're really hoping for a little bit of redemption.
Yes, sir. I'm looking for a win actually there and getting better.
I was the Port City race that you had for sure. A really competitive field, obviously, to lock into that the way you did was important for your first time out there. Did that build your confidence a lot more now coming back to Millbridge in a place where you have more laps and kind of are used to the feel that you're looking for there?
Oh, definitely. Yep.
what for you kind of in your mind started the year at Tulsa Shootout? Obviously, you've had some building moments in your mind. Where's your comfort level? How do you feel in the micro now compared to maybe where you were 6 or 7 months ago?
Way better, more consistent.
You circled restarts as a challenge back at the beginning of the year. Is that something you feel like you've been able to work on? Is it still a challenge for you in some ways?
Still a little bit of a challenge because some people like to bring it down real slow and then get it, and then some people like to go fast to it or medium pace to it.
You talked about the sim time earlier. Have you been kind of alternating between the micro sprint and the legend car on iRacing, just trying to get some laps in both cars in a way?
Yes, sir. I've been doing legend cars more, but I'm about to get on the micros after this.
Start to get your feel back a little bit before you come back to Millbridge. Case, I know you're excited about it. We're excited for you. Real quick, let's give some thank yous and shout outs to the people that have stayed behind you and helped you in your racing career, even though you haven't necessarily had as much on track time as you want recently. I know there's still a lot of support behind you in the pit lane.
Yes, sir. I can't thank all my sponsors enough. APR Auto, Central Florida Transport, Velocity USA, Bryce Comer Racing, Miss Marie Salon, Ambassador Racing School, and Friends of Jackman Foundation, and Miss Sam.
And I want to circle Bryce real quick because I know, and I saw it on social media in the last couple of days. One of the things that you guys were able to do was actually go get to see Bryce and his family and kind of give them an extra thank you for all the support that he's been able to give you and kind of the mentorship over the last couple of years. What was that? What was that like being able to kind of give back and let him know how much you appreciated them?
Felt really good. They were really happy. I was proud of that too. And the sign was really cool. And it was awesome.
What are some of the things you've learned from Bryce?
Honestly, just like being smooth on the wheel and watching him at Port City, and I did the same what he did, but I was on the bottom most of the time.
That fast way around at Port City's the bottom. I know you learned that real quick when you were there in May.
Oh yeah.
Well, Case, we're excited for you. Wish you the best of luck here in a couple weeks when you get back in the seat, and will give us plenty to talk about during our next drive-in five here coming up at the end of August. We'll cross our fingers that we can talk about a win at Millbridge coming up.
All right.
That's Case Hockman. I'm Jacob Seelman. This has been another Race Face Drive-In 5, and we'll see you next time on RaceFace.tv for more.